Welcome back, friends. This is Donnie,
And Sandra.
and we are at Creekwood Farm RV Park. Creekwood Farm RV Park, and we are at Site 25. So, if you haven't seen it already, be looking for the campground review. We're going to briefly go over our site and some of the unique things about this very good RV park. They did an outstanding job. Been around a long time, and but what we'll do is we'll save that for the campground review. We are at Haywood County, Haywood County, which is right there. That big yellow one. That is where we are. And we got some show and tell stuff for you guys and some places that we went. The gang's all here. And so what we'll do is we're going to go through some of the fun facts first. And then we're going to tell you some of the unique things that we did on this trip, just in case you're ever in the area and you kind of want some ideas of where you can go. Hopefully this right here will help you out. But Haywood County, the land area is 553 square miles. 553 square miles. Pretty good sized county. The population in 2021 was 62,476. 62,476. It was formed from Buncombe County in 1808 and took its name from John Haywood, the state treasurer at the time. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park and Pisgah National Forest comprise some 40% of the county's land area and are key elements in the county's economy and culture. Haywood County was home to a thriving Cherokee culture when Europeans arrived in the 16th and 17th centuries, but smallpox devastated their numbers in 1715, and the Cherokee were eventually forced westward. The creation of the Western North Carolina Railroad in the 1880s provided a boon to its limited agrarian economy. That agrarian means farmers.
I was going to say agriculture.
Yeah, that's it. Agrarian. That's what agrarian means. You're thinking of farmers, farmland, and elevated new industries such as logging and tourism to prominence. The county also hosts several festivals related to mountain heritage and culture, including the annual Singing in the Valley, the Stompin' Ground Clogging Competition, and the Smoky Mountain Folk Festival. The Folk Moot USA Festival, a popular multicultural celebration of music and dance, is held in Haywood County each summer. County agricultural products include apples, tomatoes, chickens, and beef and dairy cattle. If you want to learn more, go to www.ncpedia.org, www.ncpedia.org. Now, on this trip here, we didn't do an actual, we didn't go to anywhere in this county specifically.
No.
We went to Jackson County.
Yes.
And we went to Buncombe County.
Yes.
And
so within like 30 minutes driving distance either way.
30 minutes. We went to Cherokee,
yes.
And that was about 30 minutes away.
Mm-hmm.
And and that was going through Maggie Valley.
Yeah.
That was going through Maggie Valley.
Through Maggie Valley.
And
that was pretty treacherous.
Yeah. I will say this, if you guys are taking a camper, you want to avoid going to Cherokee through Maggie Valley. Yeah. Don't do that. Go around.
Down 40, and there's another exit, and you can
go around the mountain. Yeah. You can go around it,
mm-hmm.
and so that's the way to go. Don't go down the mountain in Maggie Valley because it is extremely winding and steep. It's dangerous, and there's locals in the area that's told us that there's been a lot of accidents in that area because of that. And so, but we went to our first trip, our first day out here, we went to Cherokee.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Cherokee, and we went to Santa's Land.
Mm-hmm.
Santa's Land.
Mm-hmm.
And so, believe it or not, it's not open during Christmas.
No.
It's basically
summertime. It's a summertime thing to take your kids to.
Yeah, it's mainly because the area that they're in.
Yeah.
You know, this the mountains area, when it gets into that area, you talk about November, December, and even January, the chance of snow and ice makes these roads even more dangerous than they already are. I mean, they'll shut down part of the Blue Ridge Parkway because of it. And so, but we went to Cherokee, we went to Santa's Land, and that was just, I mean, from what we understand, the same people that started it are still owning it.
Yeah.
Are still owning it. Now, that area is Indian reservation. Mm-hmm. That's an Indian reservation, that whole land. So it's, you know, I guess it gets kind of passed down to families. And from what we understand, on Indian reservation, you have to be American, Native American. Mm-hmm. To own property, I guess own property or businesses out there, I'm assuming.
I'm not really sure.
I know. I think to own land, you have to be a Native American, but I'm not sure about the businesses. You know, we know of a couple businesses that are owned by Native Americans, not only just one family, but several families. The Happy Holiday RV Park was owned at one time by over 20 families. And so just really amazing what you learn. But at any rate, we
went to Bear Meets Indian Den on the way back from Santa's Land, and I got a baby. I named her Enola. She was.
Y'all say, show this. Look at this, y'all.
Yeah.
I swear. I mean, from a distance.
You think it was a real
You'd
baby?
swear that was a real baby. Now, what is the hair made out of?
The hair is made out of black fox hair, and that's what Enola means, is black fox. That's why I named her that.
Okay.
The lady that made hers name, the artist, is Margaret Janice Brixey Flanagan. She's a member of everything at Bear Meats is made by Native Americans.
And that's going through Maggie Valley.
Yes, it's going through Maggie Valley. It's it's on that winding road. But there's lots of signs, you will not miss it. Let's see.
What information there? Because this right here was attached to.
She's a member of the Cherokee tribe. She now lives in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. These are called Broken Arrow youngins. Broken Arrow built youngins. That's what they're called.
Wow.
Let's see. She has drawn faces since she was in the 3rd grade, but particularly loves needle sculptures. She adores making her Native American orphan babies and falls in love with each one. Margaret has been legally blind since she was a teenager. She has a 3-degree field of vision due to a retinitis pigmentosa, a blinding hereditary eye disease that causes tunnel vision and many other visual problems. She sews using a bright magnifier light to help her see. She is totally self-taught and learns something new each time she makes a baby. Margaret, she began making these 7 years ago and sells them.
So she's legally blind from what we were told there. But she makes these, guys. Look at them. Yeah. They're gorgeous. So this one is going to be in the motorhome, addition to the Squatch.
She's going to lay with Squatchley and Squatchmina.
Yeah. And her name again is?
Enola.
Enola, which means?
Black fox.
Black fox. And so, also, while we were there, I got an arrow. And this is made by river cane. River cane. That's what this bamboo-looking wood is. It's called river cane. And I forget the guy's name that made it. It seemed like it was something Tooney or something like that. But did an outstanding job. If I can get the camera to zero in on those threads there. Looks like it's there it went. There it goes. It's kind of in and out. If you guys can see that, did an outstanding job. And what I think was neat, if you can hold that right there, the feather goes under this thread here, and it also goes underneath this thread here. So I don't know if they kind of clip it, trim it down to where this middle piece is going through it, but really did a good job. And
But they had two different sizes. This was the shorter one, and then
yeah,
they had a longer one. And the guy that worked at Bear Meats told us that the shorter one is for short range, the longer ones are for long range.
yeah,
So,
yeah. The longer the arrow is, the further that it goes. And what we're planning on doing is I'm going to stick it right up here. We've already got some something on its way from Amazon, and we're going to attach it right here. And just like we did this walking stick that we got from Mrs. Haynes Moravian Cookies. Actually, the guy that carved this, didn't he pass away?
No, Mrs. Haynes passed away.
Mrs. Haynes passed away.
Yeah.
Okay, he's still alive.
Yeah.
But he carved
it's
the
Mr.
cane.
Haynes.
Yeah, okay. But at any rate, that's where this is going. So in the future, you will see this arrow. And so we'll continually making this a little museum of the different things that we've seen and experienced here in North Carolina. Now, yesterday we went to Zen Tubing.
Yes.
Zen Tubing, and that is in Buncombe County. And how far away is that?
It's also 30
about
minutes
35
away.
minutes away,
Yeah,
I think, wasn't it?
30-some minutes away, yeah.
Zen Tubing,
It's
Zen
in
Tubing.
Asheville, North Carolina.
Asheville. And what's wild is that they have two different areas. You can go through the town, or you can go through, I guess, the woods, mountainous area, or whatever.
Wildlife. We saw a lot of crane yesterday, and geese and turtles.
But isn't it like a north and south end?
Yeah, it's called. We went down the south, and then there's one that's called Midtown.
Okay.
So it goes through like the town of Asheville.
And the one that goes through the downtown or the town of Asheville, and Zen Tubing, it's the river is more narrow.
Yeah,
it's more narrow.
Sell as many tickets to that one either. So
yeah,
if you want to go to that one, you got to get your tickets earlier.
But I tell you, if you want a nice, big,
relaxing,
I'm talking about a large amount of river, you want to go on the other one. The south one. And so, but guys, I think it's like $30 a ticket. $30 and you can, have a big group. Y'all can attach your tubes together if you want to.
Cooler rentals if you want to take a picnic lunch.
Yeah, if you want to, they have tubes that you can put coolers in, and just equipment or what have you, and you can have those with you too. So if you want to stop along the way, like there's great big outcroppings of rock where people were just kind of just hanging out and having lunch, or they were swimming the river. And but there's not really a time limit until I guess the place closes.
Yeah, they close at 7:00 at night.
So we went through, and it took us about 3 hours. Then they told us it would take us 3 to 4 hours because the water was low. North Carolina hasn't gotten a whole lot of rain, especially in this area or the mountain area. Again, we are at Haywood County, which is right there. We're filling it up. Sandra and I have decided to go ahead and finish off the western side of the state. And so we hopefully within the next year, we will have that completed, the whole west side. And so, but guys, y'all be looking for the next one. We enjoyed it. Y'all take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.